Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight we will be continuing Animorphs number 3, The Encounter by K.A. Applegate. It was not looking good for me. If I tried to fly off that ship, I would be drawn 10 different ways before I got away. It was an eerie scene. I stood on the vast metal plane while over my head they hovered a swarm of deadly predators. Then things got worse. A lot worse. It floated up into my vision like a dark moon. The blade ship of Fisher 3. It hovered just a few hundred feet up. I felt my last reserves of courage beginning to fail. Tobias, old buddy, I said to myself, you are not going to get out of this alive. But they just all hovered there. Slowly, I began to realize the truth. They didn't know what to do about me. They couldn't shoot me without hitting the ship. And light. The voice in my head made me reel. I almost took wing out of sheer fright. He had never spoken directly to me before. It was a voice of such absolute power, such utter confidence. The mere silent sound of it in your head makes you want to obey, makes you quiver and fear. It is the voice of dread, the voice of destruction. And the light. Fool, do you think I don't know what you are? A true bird would fly away. Say nothing. I ordered myself nothing. If I tried to reply, he might know me for a human. I would not tell him that. I would not give him anything. I closed my mind. I could not shut out that dark voice. Give yourself up, Andalite. I will give you a quick and painless death. As soon as you tell me where the others are. I had seen what Fisher 3 did to the Hork-Bajir who displeased him. The memory was fresh in my mind. Have it your way, Andalite. I am patient. I can wait here for as long as it takes. And then you will die quickly by Dracon beam, or perhaps, if we can snare you, more slowly here in my blade ship, much more slowly. Just then, I heard another voice in my head, a very different voice. It was faint, as if it were far away. Tobias? Tobias, can you hear me? Rachel! Yes, I can hear you. Tobias, we're trapped. The tank is full, but the grave won't open. Cassie and Jake have already morphed back to human, but they can't get it open. We're trapped in here. Rachel, what can I do? We can't get out. Rachel cried. Listen to me, Tobias. We're trapped. There is no way out. This ship will take off soon. They'll find us when they get to the mothership and unload the water. Tobias, we don't want to be taken alive. My blood ran cold. My head was whirling. What are you talking about? Listen, Tobias, we can't be taken alive. Do you understand? If there's anything you can do, anything. Rachel, what can I do? I can't get you out of there. I know, Rachel said. We all know. But there's some way to. If the ship could be destroyed, we know it's probably not possible. I just said there was some way. No, no. I have to morph human. We'll tread water here. We have to be ready for when we get to the mothership. Then we'll morph into other animals and go down fighting. This can't be happening. I cried. This can't be happening. I guess Marco was right all along, Rachel said sadly. I guess it always was insane to think we could fight the Yeerks. Rachel, I never told you. You didn't have to, Tobias, she said. I knew. Goodbye. She fell silent. In my mind, I could picture her regaining her human shape, treading water with the others, unable to escape, expecting only the worst, praying that I might find a way to make their end swift, as Fisher 3 had offered to make mine. We had lost. The Yeerks had won, finally. And when we were gone, the last hope of the human race would die. Above me, the blade ship waited like a hawk watching a rabbit, ready to swoop down and finish me. Only I wasn't a rabbit. Fisher 3 was a predator? Well, so was I. And I no longer had anything to be afraid of. If my friends were to die in the mothership, I would be lost and alone in a world where I belonged nowhere. I had nothing more to lose. Just then, I saw something that should have terrified me. Across the metal plane of the ship, they crawled and slithered toward me, all around me. A dozen of them, giant worms, centipedes with a hunger for living flesh. Taxons. They had come from the inside of the ship on Fisher 3's orders. If I stayed put, they would catch me. If I flew, the hovering Yeerk ships would fry me. The taxons closed the circle around me. It looks as if you have run out of time, Fisher 3 said in my head. He laughed. It was not a nice laugh. Ah, Fisher 3, you ruthless predator, I thought. Very clever. You have me trapped. Trapped like a rabbit. But a trapped rabbit is one thing. And a trapped hawk, a hawk with the mind of a human being, is a whole different matter. The nearest taxon leveled a handheld Dracon beam at me. He watched me with two of the circle of red globs they have for eyes. I pushed off with my feet. I beat the air with my wings. I flew straight for those red jello eyes. He raised one of his feeble forms to shield his eyes. The wrong move. I trimmed a shade right, raked my talons forward, and struck like I was hitting a mouse in a field. My talons closed around the Dracon beam. The taxon's weak grip was no match for my speed. The Dracon beam tore loose from his grip. Get him! Fisher 3 cried. I could practically see the blade ship rock from the force of his rage. But I did not take to the air. I flew fast, but hugged the surface of the ship's metal curve. They could not hit me without hitting their precious ship. I knew just where I wanted to go. Wingtips actually hitting the ship on each downstroke. I raced toward the ship's bridge, toward the tiny windows where I had seen the Taxon crew. I could not save my friends, perhaps, but I could try to grant Rachel's last wish. I could try to bring the ship down. Even if it meant the end of my friends. And that's it for tonight's reading. And yeah, nice, happy, jolly times of Tobias thinking, all my friends are going to be dead. Well, I'm going to fuck these yerks up. Just, he's not having a good day. He is not having a good day at all. Not a good day. It's like, oh, I'm probably going to be killed by the yerks. Oh shit, this is a shitty day. Rachel going, yeah, hey, I hope you're not having a bad day or anything, because me and the others are just gonna die over here, so Alright, cool. Hope you're doing well. Oh god. It's like this is lovely. This is the third book in the series. So it's like all these happy fun times in this book series. One after the other. I think I was going to say something else, but I mean, I just thought of the pain of the scene, and then it just left my mind. It's like I'm busy morning, so I'm just going to wait for a little bit. If you'd like to talk Animorphs with me, comment down below, and we can strike up a nice conversation. And if just remember that no major spoiler. Love it if people discover this series through my dramatic readings. So I don't want really big points to be spoiled. Oh, I remember what I was going to. Rachel and Tobias, they love each other. Like, oh, Rachel, I was going to tell you. You didn't need to tell me. I knew. I'm like, oh, that makes it even more heartbreaking. But anyways, if you want to, go on about, just that scene of them admitting they love each other and Rachel possibly dying, well, comment below. And if you want to talk about any major spoilers for Animorphs, if you're watching this on the YouTubes, link in the description, and the link will take you to my Tumblr Ask box, and we can just chat about Animorphs, about the major spoilers that I can't talk about right now because, major spoiler-free zone here. So, won't. And if you're one of those people that are just finding out Animorphs through these dramatic readings, and you're like, hey, this series seems interesting, I'd like to pick up a book of my own. Well, if you would like to buy a copy, link in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching this on my bloggity blog, there's an ad below the video, and both places go to where you can buy your very own Animorphs number 3 The Encounter by K. Applegate. Happy times ahead. Oh, so happy, just happy. I just feel myself thinking so happy. And if you heard this dramatic reading, you're like, hey, that shit sounds like how I would like my fanfic or ebook read. If you're watching on the YouTubes, link in the description. And if you're watching on my bloggity blog, link up above. And the links will go to an about post of my Jash reads commissions, what I will do, what I won't do, my prices. So, you know. And also, it'd be really great, if you liked and subscribed. Because I come here to get the attention I don't get off, offline in the real world. So, I come to you, people of the interwebs, to get the attention I so deserve, I think. I think I deserve it. Yeah, I definitely deserve it. So like and subscribe. Woot! And for the real life segment here, so you can actually see a little bit about the person I actually am. So I'm going to be moving on Tuesday. And so tonight I was like, I'm going to get the poster from my closet that I meant to get like 2 or 3 days ago. And like, I definitely need to remember to pack this. Because it was a poster that my oldest friend Jessica was going to get, had gotten me. So I known there was a comic. I sort of seen it when I had opened the closet door in the past, and I just thought it was one of the Green Lantern Darkest Night comics that I had up there. And it was just like the first Blackest Night or Darkest Night. Fuck. And I had decided to read it, even though I haven't read any of the others, before, and that was basically the only one. So I was, and like I try to get into comics, and yeah, I always sort of get into them, and I don't really. I'm going to get into comics one of these days. I swear to gods. So I thought it was just that, but I decided, heck with it, I'll just take it down and actually see what it is. I don't know what compelled me. I'm just like, I'm going to just check for shits and giggles. And I made a stunning discovery. The comic that I thought was the Darkest Night one. Okay. Silent Hill Sinner's Reward. I fucking forgot I even had this. I mean, I can't even remember really getting it. And I know some people are going to say, oh, this is a classic horror movie cliche, Jash. Just drop it, burn it, run. This is, demonic. And plus, it's a horror comic. But, I'll just go, I'm a white person, so, I'm just doing what's expected. And I probably got this a while back because I was watching someone and they're like, yeah, this is one of the only actually good Silent Hill comics. And so I was like, okay, I'll pick it up. And I guess I never actually got to reading it. And like maybe 6 months back, I was like, I really want to read Silent Hill Sinner's Reward, but I'm probably never going to get it. And my dumbass had forgotten I had put it in my closet. Maybe like my spirit guide had given it to me, like, hey, you're going through stuff, and you're going to the next big part of your life, so I'm just going to stick it in here. So yeah, I actually, the whole poster incident and finding this thing actually happened only like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes before I started filming. I was like, I wanna just sit down and read it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do this. Yeah. So yeah, very best thing that's happened to me tonight. I found this, and I'm going to read it soon, very soon. God, fuck. I'm just so fucking excited there. I'm just so happy. I actually, my dumbass forgot I had the thing I really wanted to read for a while. Fuck! I'm I am a little Silent Hill fan. I started watching Dina from the Game Den's yearly Silent Hill videos, and then I started getting into it from there. Though the only game I have played is Silent Hill Shattered Memories because I don't have good hand control over my hands, and even if there's computer versions, I actually don't know if there are computer versions of it. Probably are. I need to check that out. I mean, I'm really like hoping that my fiance will finally start to play the games, especially Silent Hill 2, because I think we were watching something a few months back, and I could see the connection to Silent Hill 2, like just a little bit. And I wanted to say something, but it's like you can't give that spoiler away. It doesn't matter how old the game is. That's not a spoiler you give people. And if you have never played Silent Hill 2, either because you and if you're like me and can't really play it, there's Let's Plays, so you can check those out. And those of you who have played it or watch a Let's Play of it, you know fucking exactly why I could not spoil the ending to that game. Yeah, because fuck. That's one of the best twists in, video game history, so you can't really do that shit. I may be a bitch, but I am not that big of a bitch. And anyways, before this goes on for like 5 hours of me fangirling, on to the well wishes. Now, well wishes is a segment where I first, give hope, like saying I would like this to happen, blah blah blah, and then I drink some sake. Except I will not be drinking any of the sake until I move because I'm going to have to open a new bottle. And I don't know, just opening the new bottle at the house just seems more fitting. And oh shit. And you can join in the well wishes in two ways. One, you can actually submit well wishes for next episode, and do that, just comment below. It can be really anything, saying, I hope I get into this college, I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow, anything. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to do crappy dramatic readings. And then you can also join in by drinking along with me. If you drink alcohol, you can join in by drinking your favorite alcohol or liqueur or whatever the fuck's lying around. And if you don't drink alcohol for whatever reason, I'm drinking a little coffee because I noticed, I think, last night or two when I've been doing this, I have not been really energetic. So, I decided to give myself a little boost. There's coffee, there's tea, there's water, there's a whole range of non-alcoholic beverages for you to choose from. So, yeah. And so, no one sent in any well wishes for this episode, so it's up to me. I should never be in charge of shit. So, anyways, I hope that moving isn't that stressful for me. So far, it's not really. Dad actually seemed a little well behaved today. Hoping that keeps up. Really do. Really fucking do. And I hope Rev Resner continues to do well. He's getting a little stressed out. And so I'm part of the reason I'm moving Tuesday is because I just want to get out of here, and this other reason is because he's doesn't really do well alone. Whereas you could leave me alone for like a week or two. I'm like, I feel lonely, and I'll complain if I hear other people are going out and doing stuff. But it's like, And I hope that the birds don't mind the move. It's not just a new place, it's the fact that they won't be to fly around like they're used to, and their wings will be clipped, which Loki's has never been clipped, except when he was at the pet store. Ever since then, like 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 years ago, maybe just 2 or 3 years ago, he hasn't his wing clipped, so that should be fun. And by fun, I mean I'm going to lay all the blame on Rev Reznor. And I hope everyone is doing well medically, because you don't need any medical bullshit going on. And I hope that Westworld Season 2 continues to be awesome, and that Bernard gets, like, the next couple episodes are Bernard's just having a great time, like sipping pina coladas on the beach, having a couple margaritas, just, nice kittens and doggies and puppies. Like, poor little baby. The next episode, I know he's just going to have more shit happening to him. It's like, no, give him a break. Oh, God. And if you don't watch Westworld, it's definitely a show worth checking out. Holy shit. And anyways, now this is the time when I drink. And I'm going to drink some coffee because I was too stupid not to bring Gatorade by here, so I didn't drink more caffeine than I should. Cheers! The next episode will be a continuation of A Marriage of Convenience, which is my Game of Thrones fanfic. And it will air tomorrow around 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mind you, when I say around 2 a.m., it can be from 2, the starting point can be from 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just because differing factors, sometimes I'm like, I really have to get my butt into motion and force myself. So again, next episode will be more of A Marriage of Convenience, which is my Game of Thrones fanfic, and that will air tomorrow around 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and will be the final Jash Reads episode that will be filmed in this location. Next time you see a new Jash Reads, you won't see this lovely place here. This is the next episode will be the last time, folks. Woo! So soak it in. And until next video, goodbye.